Hey, this is Max. Welcome back to another CSR2 video. I'm here with the season Showdown, trying to win the BMW M1, and I'm using the Apex car, the CLK GTR. Now, Natural Motion has used this same exact few cars for multiple showdowns in this event series. So that begs the question that I think we should ask other players and your opinion on, which is, what's your thought about that? Right? There are pros and cons to what they're doing. And let's kind of run through them real quick before we solicit opinions from the player base. I'm sure Natural Motion would be interested in knowing this as well, as far as how we feel about using the same few cars and the same car multiple times for showdowns where you have to win things. All right. The pros of obviously having this setup is that if you have the Apex car and you have it fully maxed like I do, that's great, right? You can do the event each time and know that you have the Apex car and know that you're going to win. And if you have the Apex car and you can actually drive it, which is part of the problem with this car, it's a little difficult to drive, you can then easily win the prize car every single time. But that means the same players, the same group of players that have the Apex car will always end up winning first. And the rest of us who may not have this car fully maxed as Apex cars are then essentially screwed for multiple events. So there's your negative as well. The other piece is that if they don't make this car available, let's say that Apex car is not available for most newer players, that means you're locking an entire player base out of multiple events to have the best shot at getting through. In addition, those of the player base who have other cars but may not have this car or these cars now knows up front each time the showdown shows up that they're screwed. So these are all things that hurt them. Not to mention there's the factor of getting bored of the same car, especially when it sucks to drive it, using it over and over and over for the same thing. So that is something to consider, right? Sure. The good news is, of course, I'm making it relatively quickly through this without much of a problem because, again, I have the Apex car. This is day two, so you're not going to have a huge issue. Speaking of day two versus day one, obviously, in the first day or two, you're still going to struggle if you don't have the Apex car. And then eventually it'll trickle down as the faster players get their car and move on to slower and slower cars. But ultimately, as with any showdown where a prize car is involved, if your car is really, really not built, if you're missing a ton of parts or you have an NSX Elite tuner that's level 2, you're probably not going to win and get the car. That's just a sad reality of how Showdown is set up. That being said, what about the other alternative where every showdown things change? Well, they're good and bad about that too, right? The good news is you may have the car next time because it'll be a different car. The bad news is you may not have any of the cars, even if they change them. And not only that, maybe you have the Apex car fully built for the first event. They change it to a new Apex car, and that's the car you don't have fully built. And now you're digging into your resources big time to try to win the prize. So by changing it each time, it doesn't make it easier necessarily for anybody. You could still struggle quite hard. Also, just because this time the Apex car might be one that's easy to drive doesn't mean the next time it will be. This one, unfortunately, is not easy to drive, and we're stuck with three times using the same car. But at least at this point, you've had enough practice, hopefully, that you're going to get better at shifting it. So I'm moving along very quickly here, and we should be able to get to 1400 relatively smoothly. But as you can see, ever since I hit like 1150s, basically all you're going to face would be the CLK GTR fully maxed. And that's another problem with multiple times of using the same group of cars because people catch on, they start building it. Now the people that don't have the Apex car faces an even steeper climb to get to 1400 than before, as more and more of us are probably using the Apex car fully maxed. So therefore, day one, fully maxed Apex cars only. Day two, you're still looking at it. What about day three, day four, day five? Are these max cars going to actually move beyond 1400 and disappear, or are you going to keep facing them? Because then the people that don't have the Apex car are really, really not going to be able to make it through, even on, say, day 5, day 6, day 7. So that's not a good thing. Why did Natural Motion do this? I don't know. I mean, quite honestly, I'm not sure why they did it for this event. It might be a test run. This may become a new normal down the line. Who knows? Is it a good thing? I don't know. I mean, right now, given I have the Apex car, I have very little to complain about. But I know my crewmates are not happy with it because they don't have the Apex car. And it sucks when you don't have the car. And each time the Showdown comes with a prize car, you still don't have the car. That is definitely going to upset some players. If not, in generally, I would say more players will be upset than players that are happy. Now, why is Natural Motion doing this? They don't tell us. I mean, one thing about this developers, they don't like to tell us anything about why they do anything. So we get to speculate. And part of the speculation could simply be that it's easier to do this because it's less programming and their good programmers are on something else, another project perhaps, or they're on vacation. It's summertime after all. So we don't know. They're not going to tell us, nor are they going to tell us, are they going to do this again when American Road Trip comes along? Are we going to get different Apex cars, or are we going to get the same ones again for every leg of the event? That would kind of suck. All right, good news. I just won the car while I was yapping away. So let's go ahead and deliver that and talk about the cars, once we deliver it. So the BMW M1 is the prize car. Let's go ahead and deliver it. All right, we're back in the garage, and look, milestone in Race Pass. Race Pass has been one of those things that hasn't really consistently showed up on my account for probably the past 2-3 seasons in a row, if not longer. I've stopped buying it because I can't count on it being there when I open the game. So anyway, it's good that it's back for right now, but it's nice to have Race Pass because then you can get Universal Stage 6s and Fusions to finish cars like the CLK GTR. Anyway, let's collect the M1. It should be in the inbox. And there it is. And there it is. The BMW M1. Definitely a classic. And fans of BMW would definitely want to collect this car to have it in the game. The M1 is definitely one of the more unique BMWs in its history. It's a mid-engine rear-wheel drive. Very cool car. Also, quite honestly, it's not a bad car from what I understand. So this car actually has high evo with minimal upgrades. So it's actually going to turn out to be decent, I think, for your basic live racing. However, it doesn't beat dyno easily, which is a downside. Maybe some tuning will solve that, maybe not, but we'll find out. But that is the car that comes as a prize. Now, what about the rest of the event? Well, even if I build this car, I still have to build the GNX. I have to build other cars. So quite honestly, I don't think I'm going to finish this event. It's not that important to me to get the Pontiac Firebird. I'm just going to go ahead and build this M1, enjoy this car a little bit, and leave the rest be. Hopefully, that Pontiac doesn't become a required lock-in for American Road Trip down the line, but I wouldn't be surprised if it is. That just tend to be how things play out and how we get screwed out of event stuff. But anyway, enough speculation. I hope you liked the 1400 run that I just did. If you have any questions or comments about my thoughts on the pros and cons of having the same Apex car, feel free to chime in the comments. If you like the video, leave a like. If you like my channel and like this kind of videos, subscribe, hit the bell, and you get notified when I put up new videos. And as always, thank you for watching my videos. I'll catch you next time.